Susan! Susan! What's up? What's up? No, yeah, you're doing great. No, you're doing great. Look, listen. All this stuff, all this awesome Halloween stuff, it's gotta be totally different on Monday. Yeah, you gotta work over the weekend. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do it. Are you kidding me? No. Like, do some turkey stuff, you know? Something like that. Yes, I heard about the Eternals review. I don't want to talk about the... Oh, hey. Oh, hello there, NERDVENGERS. How are you this fine Friday? Welcome to the Friday show. It's going to be a good one, man. We always have fun on Fridays. We'll have gambling. I think it's initiated. Go ahead, you fiends. Gamble away all of your nerd coin. We'll be talking about my crazy theory about Secret Wars today. That's going to be fun because there's a lack of news out there, and we will save time for call-ins at the end of the show. Get to work. NERDVENGERS, meet me in the research wing. Yeah. You made it. Yeah, you. You made it through another work week. Some of you guys are like, I work weekends, Josh. Go fuck yourself. But for the other ones, you know about it. You made it through the work week. Congratulations. On that note, I do want to say tomorrow, we're going to be doing a Saturday morning cartoon watch party. Now, there is a poll up for NERDVENGER members. It is exclusive for members. We're doing a nice little members-only hangout tomorrow morning. And I do have a poll up there, but it looks like it's a strong lead for the 90s X-Men show. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., I'll probably be sitting here getting ready at 9:50 or whatever, chatting it up with you guys. And then at 10 a.m. tomorrow, big old thing of cereal, man. I'm going to have my cereal. I'm going to have some OJ, I'm going to have, who knows, maybe even a Bloody Mary, maybe an adult beverage. And we're going to get in like the big old adult nerds that we are. And we're going to watch the 90s X-Men show. I don't know what arc or whatever we're gonna watch. I don't necessarily want to start from the beginning. Maybe we'll do even a little poll tomorrow morning to see what it is, but just kind of a fun thing that I wanted to do with you guys. So that'll be really cool, man. If you're a NERDVENGER member and you want to hang out tomorrow morning, I think it's gonna be a good time. So check that out. We will of course be doing I want to do a raffle for an NFT later today, and then I also want to do call-ins towards the end of the show, so it should be a good show. Now, kind of a lighter news day, just being honest. There are a ton of leaks out there for Spider-Man No Way Home. I just got finished writing a script about it. I'm going to be talking about the different clips that are out there, what they mean, as well as discussing something from the Empire Magazine article that lines up with some of the leaks that we heard, and I think will explain something about Doc Ock and the villains in this film. So look for that video dropping later today, but I wanted to put that in a video because I know many of us are like trying to stay away from spoilers, etc., etc. Yeah, but holy cow, those leaks just keep it coming. I really feel like, a lot of the internet right now is very angry that Sony won't just drop the trailer. And I talk about in the video, you'll see it later, of what is the deal with that and when we expect to see the trailer as well. So if you're looking to be updated about all things Far From Home, are these leaks real? What do they mean? Etc., etc. Look for that in a video later today. Okay, so that'll be cool. Matt Campbell, welcome to the NERDVENGERS at the Prime level. I will be doing a Prime stream today for all the Prime members as well at 1 p.m. We're going to talk about streaming. We're going to talk about some of the changes coming. Hallelujah, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just tease this out. This is pretty cool. We'll tease this a little bit, and then we'll talk about my fun theory. Look at this. Finally, it has happened to me. Okay, so we've known for some time that YouTube is expanding what they're going to be able to do with live streams. They've been making big moves behind the scenes. Oftentimes, guys, when something's going wrong on our live streams, it is usually because they are tinkering behind the scenes and getting stuff ready, okay? This right here, ladies and gentlemen, this right here, whoa. Big freaking deal. A big deal. Huge things coming. Gifted memberships. We've been asking for this forever, right? We've been asking for this forever. A lot of NERDVENGERS out there, a lot of broke vengers out there. They don't necessarily know. They don't necessarily know who, or rather, how or why not we can't get gifted memberships. This is a big thing in Twitch culture, right? Getting a gifted sub. It's a huge part of it. Some people, you know, whether they are just selling yachts, like I believe some of the NERDVENGERS do, or get a big bonus or something, and they want to spread the love. They want to just give some other people the ability to be a NERDVENGER. That is coming in there. Improve live discoverability and live monetization, expanding upon clips, making it seamless with shorts and new moderator tools. It's pretty freaking cool, man. We'll talk about more of that in the Prime stream later today. Diamond Joe upgraded to the Prime membership. Holy mother loving love of mothers. Appreciate you. We'll see you at 1, man. Should be good. Should be juicy indeed. Okay, so the beginning part of this stream, as we kind of chill and hang out for Alfonso, I don't know about that, to be honest with you, man. Can we just donate 50 every now and then as a gifted sub? See, but then how do I get them to actually have the memberships and all that sort of stuff? I don't know, right? So I don't really know. But regardless, let me kind of get into this. Now, I've been talking about for some time, guys, the idea of Secret Wars coming into the MCU, okay? A lot of reasons that I believe this is happening. Number one, I think it was in 2018. I'm not 100% sure. We'd have to go back and see for sure when this happened. But I did an interview with Charles Murphy. I haven't talked much to Charles actually since. But Charles Murphy and I did an interview back in the day. It was actually before, I think it was before we even started really streaming here over on the live streaming channel. We were doing streams over, or larger videos on the other channel, right? The main Den of Nerds channel. And in that video, he literally, like, we talk about Secret Wars, you know what I mean? And he hints out that, yeah, he thinks it's coming, and it's coming in 2024. When Ryan and I were at New York Comic-Con in 2019, which, by the way, Ryan, remember that? Remember the good old days, bro? Remember before Rona? Remember that X-Men panel, bro? Whew, those were the good old days. So when Ryan and I were in San Diego Comic-Con, me neither, brother. That was good times, bro. You know, that weekend, I spoke to a lot of different people at Marvel. I spoke to different game developers for different games, you know, just people at Marvel. And I got it indicated to me pretty heavily that that's where they're going. That's where they're going with it. Battle World, Secret Wars, multiversal stuff. I even had it indicated to me that you're going to see like variant versions of characters and stuff like that. And a couple of years later, like it's all of that stuff has started to come out, right? Now, a lot of people are like, it's too early for Secret Wars. And I'm always like, wait, which one? Which Secret Wars are you talking about? Is it ever too early for a being like the Beyonder to grab up a bunch of superheroes and a bunch of supervillains and throw them on a weird world called Battle World and have them fight it out. I don't think it's ever too early for that. But I also feel like they're going to do a combination of the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars stuff and the Jim Shooter stuff. Now, Jim Shooter, we know, was contacted and given some dollar bills. As far as his involvement and rather the story that he wrote being adapted into the MCU. Pretty wild, right? So what do I think is going on here? And I've sort of teased out to you guys over the last couple of weeks especially after I revisited the end of WandaVision, that I have a big theory on how all of this could tie together, okay? And so one of the ideas here actually comes from the Loki show, okay? Now, in the Loki show, they discuss the creation of the TVA, and they discuss that there was a multiversal war that happened before the creation of the TVA that almost led to the end of everything. Okay? And then later on in the show, when we meet He Who Remains, he's also talking about this. He's talking about how it could lead to the end of everything. But here's why that statement, I think, is super important for Secret Wars in and of itself and the existence of the Beyonders. Because if there was a multiversal war, and there was just a winner of that war, or a few winners, that doesn't explain why everything would be destroyed, right? I mean, technically speaking, it already happened, and Kang, or rather He Who Remains, that Kang variant, wins. He wins, and then everything is still there. He caters everything via the Sacred Timeline and the TVA, but you have to ask yourself, why would everything end because of a multiversal war? Like, I don't understand. How could that happen? Well, I think the explanation there is the Beyonders. Okay? So, I think that what Kang is afraid of, what He Who Remains is afraid of, and the thing that could end everything is a power beyond everything in the multiverse. Everything that you can control. You know what I mean? Oh, that was you, Stormy? Yeah, I was like, I just didn't recognize the name, and I was like, what the hell? Why don't you have it on this account? I don't understand, Stormy. I don't understand. There you go. Moderator. Done. So that's kind of my explanation. So the theory starts with that idea, because otherwise I really don't understand why Kang, who is so strong and so powerful and he can manipulate all of time and try to do this, why would he fear anything at that point? Like, what could there possibly be out there in the multiverse that would keep him on his toes to the point where he's still maintaining all of this because he doesn't want everything to be destroyed? Now, he seems a little bit indifferent to what's happening with Loki and Sylvie at the end. I think there's still more there to be explored, and I think he might have known what was going to happen, and he escapes. And when the other lady, I'm forgetting her name, gets his details and then goes out on her own, Ravonna. When Ravonna goes to do her thing, I think that's a contingency of He Who Remains. But regardless, why would he fear anything? What is out there to fear? Okay, so that's kind of base number one. Base number two comes from the Darkhold and Wanda. Okay, so these are the two basic ideas that we will sort of bounce back and forth between it and try to bring it all together. Wanda seems ridiculously overpowered and way too crazy as a being. And there's a couple of really important things that Agatha says to her at the end of WandaVision. She says, do you know, or she says, first of all, you're supposed to be a myth. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Number 2, she says, the Scarlet Witch is forged, not born. Okay, that's pretty interesting. She says there is an entire chapter dedicated to the Scarlet Witch in the Darkhold. Okay, that's pretty interesting as well. And she says your power far exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme. You know, that's kind of interesting or whatever. But then she says it is your destiny to destroy the world. What? That's pretty wild. Your destiny to destroy the world. Okay. So out of all of those things, it's 2 things that she says in there that really interest me. Number 1, forged, not born. What does that mean? Like, she has parents, right? What does that mean? Like, that is just such an odd way to explain it. The fact that it's in the Darkhold, which we don't even fully know necessarily what the Darkhold is, but let's just say that it's the opposite of the Book of Ashanti. It has all this dark knowledge. You know, we just read on Wednesday Darkhold number 1, the comic book. Very interesting stuff there. All of these secrets of Chthon, but it is also Chthon's influence, a way to have influence still on Earth, right? So this book of like all this crazy ancient knowledge, magical knowledge seemingly, has an entire chapter dedicated to the Scarlet Witch, and it says that she is forged, not born, okay? So that's like the one thing that really interests me. The other one is, of course, that it is her destiny to destroy the world. Okay? Now, I'm going to try not to get super spoilery into, you know, Multiverse of Madness, you know, some of the things that we've heard about that. But I don't think it's like that big of a spoiler to say that Wanda's going to be reading the Darkhold. We see her do that in the post-credit scene of WandaVision. She's becoming corrupted. She hears her children out in the multiverse, and being driven by that, by the search for her children in the multiverse, she's going to go do a bunch of horrible stuff. Yeah, we think Wanda's going to be a bad person, an antagonist of that film. Okay? Now, let's talk about Shang-Chi. Because, as many people have pointed out, the Dweller in Darkness is calling out to Wenwu. And the voice in which it calls out to Wenwu feels very similar to the voice. It has like the same distortion effects that we hear in the post-credit scene of WandaVision. Okay? So, it feels like what they're establishing there is that whatever the Dweller in Darkness is, right? Whatever that being is, he has, or, you know, it has an ability to call upon grieving, powerful people and use that grief against them to get them to go do something. Well, what do we know of the Dweller in Darkness? In the movie, it talks about Tao Lao and how it's basically a dimensional plane in which it leads to a place where a future society with technology so incredibly advanced existed. That sounds a lot like Kang to me. It sounds like there's a connection to Kang and a connection to the future and like the way future advanced ways that cultures will look at science and magic, right? It's also in the comics that the Dweller in Darkness is this being that sort of exists from the prior universe, right? And it's actually part of the reason why the old universe was destroyed, because it used so much of that despair of everybody realizing that the universe was going to be destroyed, and it used that to have power. This is where Galactus comes from. Galactus comes from that last universe, and he is somehow able to survive through it into our universe, okay? But the 10 rings are a very interesting piece of this puzzle as well, because I think they represent a highly advanced technology that is also highly advanced magic, right? And if you think about what we've been hearing about Miss Marvel, she has some kind of device. She's not going to be an Inhuman. They're changing and altering that, where maybe she meets a genie, I guess, is what they're saying, maybe. And she has power that some scoopers and insiders are saying is clearly magic. Other people are saying it's technology. It's going to be some kind of energy-based weapon sort of thing. You know what I mean? So, what I am suggesting to you, and perhaps we'll get some answers in Eternals, is that technology and magic are both going to be considered the same kind of thing. And it basically is this: the building blocks of the universe, or any universe, those building blocks have rules, relationships, ebb and flow. They work in a principled way. Okay? Like, this is also kind of explained in WandaVision, where they're talking about the spells and the teaching and how to do all this stuff. And, you know, in Doctor Strange, the Ancient One talks about harnessing energy from other dimensions and having it work in a certain way to do things within reality. What are the Infinity Stones? What are they? Are they magic or are they technology? They seem to be these concentrated ingots of physical principles that govern the universe, right? And so you can start to see a scenario in which all of these things are connected. And they're connected in the sense that if you think about all of reality as a experiment done by the Beyonders, which is kind of where all this is going. You know what I mean? That's kind of where we're going with this. If all of that, all of reality, everything that we can experience and exist and do and touch and you know, manipulate, you know, all of that, time, space, mind, soul, all of it is all an experiment by a being or a group of beings that is beyond everything. That's what the Beyonders are. They are beyond everything. Then I think that something like Wanda being forged, not born, is an idea that the Scarlet Witch in every universe is something that the Beyonders put into that universe in order to eventually pull the plug and destroy it. If her destiny is to destroy the world, right? If somehow the Darkhold, which again, we think is connected to like deep, ancient, magical knowledge, but perhaps even dimensional knowledge, right? Knowledge that's technological, right? It's that whole like, what are the 10 rings? Is it technology or is it magic? What's giving Miss Marvel her powers? Is it technology or is it magic, right? So Wanda may be a failsafe, and that is why the idea of her being forged and not born means she's something intentionally created by the Beyonders to be something that exists in every universe as a way to blow it all up. Now, if you've read Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, you will know that the Molecule Man is this in Marvel Comics. There is a Molecule Man in every universe, and he has a little bit of the power of the Beyonders in him, and he is something like a conduit through which the energy that the Beyonders have, which is just unlimited, fuels and funnels through. Okay? So Doom figures this out. Goes around, starts, you know, killing Reese's and getting them all to have like their power consolidated. And then when he meets the Beyonders, he's able to use Reese, that one Pan-Ultimate Reese or whatever, to like kind of steal their powers. And then he becomes a big battery for the energy and powers by which the Beyonders have, and he's able to pull pieces of reality together to create Battle World. And so this theory that I have here, it's almost like every single piece of content that Marvel has made and that keeps coming out actually makes me believe it more and more. Like, what happened in Shang-Chi made me believe it. I was like, dude, whoa. Like the Dweller in Darkness, Tao Lao being connected to this super highly advanced people. And then they've got like a dragon, and they're using like a dragon to fight it. Like all of this lines up and tracks with that theory. What we think will happen in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, lines up with that theory. Absolutely. Lines up with that idea, with that theory. You know, I've also just been like kind of wondering and curious. Like, don't you guys think it's crazy that Wanda's powers seem to mimic that of the Reality Stone? Like, don't you think it's weird that the Mind Stone broke out and had a moment with her in the Hydra base, and then there's a piece of it that gets, like, absorbed into her? Like, don't you think that's weird? Like, what do you think's going on there? Well, in, like, a technologically speaking sense, it's because they're all part of the same preload code, right? It's all a pre-boot to the universe. They're all the same. It's all the same stuff. Like, she's the same stuff. That's why she's able to interact with the stones the way she does. She also destroys a stone. Have we seen anybody destroy an Infinity Stone besides Thanos when he uses the stones to destroy the stones, right? How is Wanda able to destroy the Mind Stone? How? It's because that's her destiny. That's her function. Like, in the sense of the Matrix, that's what she's here to do. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a theory. It's just a theory. But I sort of open it up to all of you now, because I would love to know maybe some questions, maybe some holes you see in the theory, and all of that. Gamora tries to destroy a stone? When does that happen? Am I missing something? Is that in What If? When she's trying to destroy them, I guess, from the What If thing? So, yeah, I would love to know what you guys think, and I'd love to know any holes in the theory or any questions, because we can sort of workshop this together. We can come up with, we can sort of refine this theory or disprove it together. So let me know. What do you think? A film theory, indeed. Each universe has their own Nexus being. Where's that established? The Infinity Smasher. Yeah, but it doesn't even work, right? That is interesting, though. How are they able to do that? For me, it kind of lines up, though, because it's still the idea that technology and science, right? Like, if you really think about it. Had an eyelash in my mouth. Game Over Jesse says, as I said, I would let Wanda destroy my world anytime. Yeah. I missed your comment. My bad. My bad, Scotty. What'd you say? Put it back in, man. Put it back in there, man. So, again, though, with the Gem Smasher or whatever the hell that was, like, I feel like that kind of, that doesn't disprove the theory, though, because it's like that technology, because ultimately, like, it's all technology. It's all like a simulation almost. Like, you can think of all of reality as a simulation. And then, like, would it be possible to create technology within a universe that would be able to destroy the stones? Yeah, it kind of seems like it would be, yeah. What do you think? You missed the beginning of the theory. I'm not sure what part you missed, but a lot of the main idea is just that I think Kang, and I think the first Multiversal War, what he was ultimately afraid of, like, because here's the deal. Like, I know some people were saying he's afraid of his other variants, sort of, but he's afraid of the variants creating the chaos. Like, I don't like it. Doesn't it's not the same thing to say Kang would destroy everything. That doesn't feel like what Kang wants to do. He's afraid, I think, that Kang will be causing so much multiversal chaos that then the Beyonders will destroy everything. Like, what is the end of everything? Like, how could that even happen? You know what I mean? Why don't you do call-ins now and take people's ideas regarding this? That's a great idea, Trev. Trev, what's going on over there with you, man? Like, what's going on up in Canada? Like, all of a sudden, Trev takes a couple days off. All of a sudden, he's coming in with all these great ideas. What's up with that? All right, let's do it. That's a great idea. That's a gosh darn great idea. I tell you what. Okay, so I'm gonna start a stage right meow called Call-Ins. If you are a NERDVENGER member, you will see that pop up on the Discord. And I gotta change this to... And so we'll get some of you guys in here and we'll chat it up. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but also, like, I am really interested in what you guys think about this theory, because I've been cooking this for a while. Okay, let's get Kendall in here, and then we'll get John White in here. Then we'll get Remain Max in here. Okay. Kendall, I got you on the call, brother. What's up?
Hey, Josh.
What's good, my friend? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Good. Friday. It's really rainy here, man. I'm kind of feeling a bit lazy, you know what I mean? But other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you. It's been rainy down here, too.
It's that nor'easter, huh?
Yeah, but you have not been lazy about just...
Uh-oh, you're breaking up just a little bit.
No, I'm on this push to talk. For some reason, it's on push to talk.
Doing that again? Okay, yeah.
But no, like I was saying, I absolutely love your theory, dude. I'm kind of on the same wavelength, but I haven't necessarily thought about Wanda taking over as Molecule, with that Molecule Man role.
Yeah.
But I think that is absolutely a brilliant move to make here. One thing, though, that I want to touch on is that when do you think they'll introduce them? I would love for them to introduce this idea in What If.
Right.
Introduce the Beyonders and bring this thing in What If. But where do you think the Beyonders might get introduced in?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a tough call. I mean, we just heard that they're doing Shang-Chi 2, right? And so, that's a possibility. Like, it's possible there. It's also possible that Loki season 2 could be the play, right? Because, like, I guess what I'm really interested in is, like, how on the nose are they going to go with this? Is this going to be something that they, like, make some hints to and establish, but, like, don't go full in, like, this is what it is, this is how it all works? This first Secret Wars here, I think we're all on the same page that if they do Secret Wars, it will be because of Kang, and it'll basically be because of the fallout of Loki, right? So it's possible we just get a multiversal war, and maybe they introduce the idea of the Beyonders in that thing, and then it's something that we're just aware of as we lead to maybe another Secret Wars down the road or something. But if they're doing it in a way where it's going to be blatant, I would say between Quantumania, between the Fantastic Four movie, and between Shang-Chi 2, I would say those are probably the best bet for that kind of an idea to be laid out in.
Because here's what I was thinking, because we get Loki coming out before Quantumania, right? We get Loki season 2 coming out before Quantumania, I believe.
I believe that, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah,
I don't know if we
I'm kind of.
know. Yeah, like Loki season 2 is such a wild card because they're definitely doing it, but like I have no, you know what I mean? Like maybe on the 12th that'll get announced. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
But no, yeah, I was thinking, just kind of following along off this. What if is exactly, the fallout of Loki. That's all that what if really is the fallout of Loki following these timelines here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of so gung ho on what if being the thing where we see the Beyonders, and maybe even a situation where we're looking at a universe where Wanda is, killed, kind of similar to what they did with Molecule Man and how Molecule Man was killed by Doom and it started off the incursions, all that stuff. What if all of that happens with Wanda and what if?
Right.
And that, jump starts that. Then my whole thing is in Watu coming into live action and Watu goes and sees the Beyonders and like this whole plan of what's going on there, and then just ends up coming into live action in a movie to warn our Avengers of what the Beyonders are doing. That's one thing I would love to see happen, is that that's how I kind of love to see him come into live action, and us kind of get aware of, our folks get aware of like what is actually going on with the Beyonders and what's going on with the Secret Wars whole thing. And then it just boom, explodes right in front of our
Yeah,
eyes.
no,
But
I like that idea a lot. I mean, I think that they've sort of hinted that Jeffrey Wright will likely come in as the, live action Watu, and I think that's spot on. Like that would be a great way to do it. I do wonder if that would be a good spot for something like Reed or something. You know what I mean? Because like there is precedence there. Like Reed and Uatu have had conversations and sort of tangled before, and like Reed is being the most intelligent being on planet Earth is part of that, I think. So
right.
yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting how that could all go down. I wonder if they'll attach Kang to Reed proper. You know what I mean? And like, because that was never really established in the comics. Like it's sort of teased out. I think a lot of fans sort of overplay how much that's established in the books. It's really not there.
Yeah.
But they could do it. You know what I mean? And with some of the rumors of them maybe, even making Reed black, like that could play as well, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like I could see a descendant, years in the future. I can see it. So yeah, there's definitely something there. That's a possibility. And what if did break open a whole side of like observing the multiverse that we haven't seen before? So it's possible that he's connected that
My
way.
last part shot here that I get off, I know other people got to get on. It's just what if to me seems like a place where they want to introduce these wild and crazy concepts.
Mhm.
And I feel like the Beyonders is probably the most wild concept that they'll probably bring into the MCU at that point.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. That's just one thing that kind of has me gung ho on what if doing that, is just the concept of it and the vast scope of it. But yeah, man, appreciate you. Much
Appreciate
love,
you,
dude.
man.
Thank you for
Of
having me
course.
on, man.
Absolutely, brother. I'm gonna take you out here. I'll touch base on that a little bit because I do think it's a super fun idea. What if has like he's right in the sense that what if is a great avenue to introduce these really interesting, wild ideas. There's just something about the concept itself, but also maybe the medium, the fact that it's animated and we can kind of like just allow some of these more crazy ideas to sort of just wash over us. Because there's like wild stuff that happens in What If with, Ultron eating a galaxy and shit, a galaxy destroying spell being able to be shut down. It's technically probably cheaper for Marvel to do some of those more wild concepts in an animated form. So, yeah, it would lend itself well to that kind of a thing happening. So definitely appreciate you on that. Let me get John in here, then we'll do Remain Max, then we'll get Scotty in here. John, you are, well, I think you're going to be on the call. I invited you in. If you're listening, should pop up for you, my friend. I'll give you a couple seconds to get to the phone or to the pewter. John, you're on. Hello, sir. Uh-oh. All right, well, we'll try to get John, try to come back in and do it again. For now, I'm going to go to Remain Max. Remain Max, I'm going to get you on the call, my guy. See if we can get you in here. Hello.
Josh, can you hear me?
I got you. You are loud and clear. How are you?
It's Max Ross. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Your theory's legit. I enjoy it, but I got something else, man.
Okay.
Because I wanna to guide you through this because you've been struggling with this.
Okay.
All right. Take my hand. Let's go to pronunciation land.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Follow me.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Denny
Denny
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
Denny Villeneuve.
Denny Villeneuve.
No. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's try it
No.
again. Let's try it again.
Don't fail me, Josh.
Denny Villeneuve. That's really how you pronounce it?
That is like the super American way. My
Okay.
mom speaks French, so she's like, no, it's Denny Villeneuve.
Denny Villeneuve.
But yeah.
Okay.
Denny Villeneuve. But listen, if you want to be a butthole and he's pissing you off, you can call him Dennis.
Okay. Right on.
But listen,
Yeah.
put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
We're getting a Dune 2.
I know, right? That is pretty wild.
I've got one burning question for you, and then I'll get off.
Okay, all good.
It is what if related, and
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it since the finale. They have the precedent now that like if you can't get whatever star to do the role, they'll get a really good voice actor or another actor to come in, right?
Right.
Scarlett, Black Widow, right? Captain Marvel, whatever. Are they gonna? I understand we're not gonna recast T'Challa, but
Right.
we're gonna get another voice actor to be T'Challa for What If, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Is that a foregone conclusion or?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty interesting, right? That's a great question. I would assume so. And even, the idea of having other T'Challas out there in the multiverse is kind of an interesting concept because I think in some ways, even though, we all want, well, I shouldn't say we all, but many people want to recast. I think there are some people out there that are like, no, it's respectful what they're doing. But I think regardless, you have to recast. Like, it's not like you can continue to do Marvel stuff without T'Challa, especially if you have a multiverse. Like, what are you gonna say? That every single T'Challa is now dead? You know what I mean?
You took the words from my mouth. He's been erased from the multiverse. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So they've got to do something like that. So they'll likely probably get somebody to come in and do his voice for, What If Season 2 or beyond. But I think even beyond that, man, we will get another T'Challa at some point in live action. That's kind of what I feel about it.
Looking forward to it. Josh, have a wonderful weekend, man.
Thanks, my friend.
I'll see you around.
I appreciate it.
I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll watch some
Let's
goddamn
go.
cartoons.
It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Hey, I appreciate the pronunciation lesson as well. So thank you, man.
See you, buddy.
All right, brother. All right, let's get Scotty in here. Scotty. What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I got you, my friend. What's on your mind?
So I want to bring it back to tech and magic.
Yeah.
But I have a question before we get there. Who has access to time? Just Doctor Strange while he has possession of the time stone?
Yeah, so it would be Doctor Strange, and then depending on how they do Doom is, so here's what's tricky about this. I feel like they almost have to establish Doom and all that. So, yeah.
Okay, so aside from like Doom, who they're not really touching base on, it's really just Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that this post-credits scene in Shang-Chi, where everyone's standing around it, was a very direct message to us as the viewers that nobody has any idea what these really are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because they predate the knowledge that we have because they're so old.
Right.
And I really think that they're going to keep this 10 Rings more isolated to the Shang-Chi franchise. I'm confused why no one's bringing up the McLuhan or Fing Fang Foom or the fact that they may have planted these on Earth before any of our knowledge.
Right.
I mean, you even touched on, I really think that the only reason that they sink to and orbit around Shang-Chi is because he is part McLuhan. He has dragon blood and the heart of a dragon.
Right.
I'm just wondering why no one's really touching on the fact that it could just be comic accurate to their technology.
Yeah, no,
That's a big
100%.
theory I have.
Yeah, 100%.
I
I think.
lost you.
No, it's okay.
Oh, no.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now, brother?
Well, I hope you got all that, but I lost you, I think.
Okay, I got you, brother. I'm gonna disconnect because you were a little. It was a little breaking up, anyways. But I understand your point, and I'll speak on it a little bit here. So maybe you can get on the stream and you'll see this. So, first of all, great idea. I think this ties into a little bit of what Rob from Comics Explained has been talking about because he thinks it's. Well, he actually thinks I think that it's connected to Kang, and it could be technology that Kang used, but then basically from the Multiversal War leaves in the universe or is left in the universe, left over from, like, you could call it the first Secret Wars, that then is just there. So to us, we feel like it's older than anything because it's actually from the way future, which goes back in time and then just sits there. So maybe through like carbon dating or whatever process he's using, it's old AF, right? Because it went through a whole thing and then came back and then went through a whole thing, right? But as far as him being attached to the dragon, very possible. We still don't have a full explanation on what the Great Protector is. I know there's precedence in the comic for it to be an alien race, shape-shifting alien race. It's possible, and I'm gonna shut the stage off there, guys. We'll do more call-ins next week, but those are always really, really fun. Let me just kind of blabber about this for a little bit because I think it's super cool. It's very possible, man, that it is just comic accurate to those aliens and to that group and that technology. Absolutely could be the case. But why then is it sending out a homing signal, right? And it's like, why then does it... Why did they feel it in Carmitage when he uses it? Like, I understand what you're saying as far as like, oh, it could just be crafted specifically for his people. But I guess what I don't understand is why then would it send out a homing signal when he uses it and it's something that the sorcerers in Carmitage feel, right? So could just be that this was placed here by one of those aliens, and that alien is like, yo, when somebody touches this ring, or when somebody from our race or whatever touches this ring, then the beacon goes out and we're going to go pick them up. But the Great Protector is there, right? So if the Great Protector is one of those aliens, then why doesn't it just, like, do that right there? Why doesn't it get it on its cosmic phone call or whatever and do that, right? So I like where your head's at, and I think that is certainly part of the explanation, but I think that there's just something else to it and like a layer to it. And I also think Feige is just, he's really good at taking all of that comic book stuff and yet kind of working it into a sort of long form fabric of storytelling that will ultimately like kind of tie it all together, right? So using the Infinity Stones as a MacGuffin that leads us all to this place with Thanos, well, we could be seeing right now, like, the Darkhold, the 10 Rings, all of this stuff that ends up being technology or remnants of technology from the Beyonders, right? I think that's kind of maybe where it's going. I could be off, but, that's just kind of where my feelings are about it. So there's that. And then, ladies and gentle beings, I want to get into the Q's and the A's now. I want to get into the Q's and I want to get into the A's. So I'll start looking at super chats in a second here. I know a bunch of people sent stuff in earlier. If you've got some loot and you want to support the channel, support the cause, and get a little bit of that juicy nerd coin, throw a super chat on in there. If you don't have any loot, don't worry about it, man. Like, for real. Times is hard. Things are strange. Facebook's now a metaverse. What the hell is happening in the world? So don't worry about it. Hold on to your loot if you must. And we'll go over some of the stuff going on in the chat as well. Just because the format was a little bit kind of like, up and down. I'm actually not going to do the NFT thing today. I know I keep pushing it back. I apologize. We'll do something for the NERDVENGERS tomorrow morning, though. I'll do during our Saturday morning stuff. I will figure out something And actually, I don't even... Oh, man, that's kind of a bummer. I wonder if... I wonder if I can do that, actually. We'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Okay, so let me get into some of these super chats here. And then we'll hang out in the chat for a little bit, and then we'll get on out of here, okay? Because there's a good combo. A good combo about the theory, you know? Like, it's... I kind of just see it all being pulled in that direction, but it's definitely not a perfect theory, you know what I mean? So... Let's see here. Darth Clean says with a $5 holla, says, gonna miss the stream today. NERDVENGERS getting married today. Hope everyone has an awesome weekend and have fun on the stream. Darth Clean, thank you so much for the support. Congratulations. I hope the wedding goes great. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. I'm sure nobody will... do anything ridiculous and you'll have a fight and then somebody falls into the cake and then it smashes all over the place and the cake's ruined and then you got to take all the videos of that. I'm sure none of that kind of stuff will happen. So shout out to you, Darth Clean. Congratulations. Jaboy G with a $5 holla says, aside from Hulk, which current MCU characters arc are most excited for going forward? I mean, honestly, a little bit of Doctor Strange. Like, I'm fascinated in what he's going to do coming out of Multiverse of Madness. I'm interested in what he does in that movie. But between Spider-Man No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, and then what we're hearing about that post-credit scene with him, like, whoa. We've seen Supreme Strange. That dude's powerful as fuck. So, are we going to see our Steven get into that level? I don't know. That's a pretty interesting one for me. I'm interested in Bucky's arc too. I hope that he has a place in everything that's happening because, I mean, Winter Soldier's a super cool character and also he's been through a lot and I'd like to see kind of where his arc ends up. That's like all established people though. Like, I'm really curious about the Fantastic Four and the mutants and all that as well. So all that kind of stuff's really interesting to me, but I'd probably have to say Doctor Strange. That's probably the one that I'm most interested in. Like, what's the deal with Doctor Strange? Greg Kish says with a very generous $20 holla, holy mother loving love mother, says, good morning, Josh. Happy Halloween weekend to you and all the NERDVENGERS. And Halloween is my birthday. Take my trick or treat money. Greg, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate that, man. And that's a cool birthday. Oh, God. That's a cool birthday, man. Do you always, like, dress up? Like, what do you do? Like, do you go celebrate Halloween and then celebrate the birthday? Do you do, like, every trick-or-treat house where you also, like, when you were younger, where you're like, and it's also my birthday just to get extra candy? Like, what's the deal with that? I'm pretty curious. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to make the stream tomorrow morning open for everybody. When it's done, I'll unlist it for members only. So if people want to go back in, but I'll make it open because I got to be, in order to do the NFT giveaway tomorrow, I have to have it public. So we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. Don't know why Greg Kish's thing made me think of that, but that's what we're going to do. Thank you, Greg. Stormy says with the 5 European euros. Hey, Josh, I changed the wrong channel's name. That supervised podcast guy was me. Change it back to Stormy. Can I get my wrench back? Yeah, we got you, brother. All good. Got you wrenched up. Michael Smith says with a $5 holla, says, I love the huge ideas from Marvel and you get me hyped. However, my fave MCU movie is Winter Soldier and Marvel show is Daredevil. I need both levels. That's a great point. Yeah, we do need both levels. The ground level, street level heroes are really, really important. I mean, for me, something like Moon Knight and the possibility of like Punisher and some of that stuff being in there, like that's really exciting to me. Love that ground level stuff. Very, very cool. And then the cosmic side of stuff and the wild, very big side of stuff is very fun as well. But I think one of the joys of something like Secret Wars, depending on how they do it, is you can have both in Battle World. You know, you can have all of that in Battle World. And some of the interesting ways you could make a ground level character powerful on battle world would be pretty cool, pretty exciting. So yeah, I agree. We need both. Daredevil is an incredible show. It's got a beat, a pulse to it that I think is very unique. And Winter Soldier, you know, it kind of varies for me, but Winter Soldier's, if not my favorite MCU movie, it's very high up there. It is an incredible film. Amazing what they've done in that movie. It's very, very cool. So appreciate the support, and I totally understand your point. Matthew Glasgow with a $5 holla says, post the Eternals, do you think that they will pop up in random movies / shows? Yeah, so some of this might be a little spoilery to what happens, but yeah, I do think some of them might pop up in future stuff. Definitely on the cosmic side of things, and perhaps connected to the Celestials and what's going on with the Celestials and maybe the larger workings of the multiverse. Because even though we didn't talk about any of this, I believe there will be some stuff discussed in the Eternals that actually supports my theory, right? So if the Eternals are the creations of the Celestials, which is not a spoiler, that's the way it is in the comics, then how are the Celestials able to grant power to something like Cersei, where she's able to use magic and transmutation? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's all the same stuff. Like science, magic, it's all the same stuff. It's the building blocks of reality, right? But yeah, I think Eternals will pop up. Rayumbo with a $5 holla says, what's up, Josh? College has been wild, but I'm glad to be nerdvenging in these streets. Hope all is well and keep up the great work. Thanks so much, man. And hey, it's all good. I think there was a lot of stuff happening, you know, over the past couple of months in different people's lives. Sometimes people get, you know, taken away. There's things going on where your attention is over there. You got school, you got work, you're moving, etc., etc. It's all good, baby. The tower's always open. Tower's always open, and you know, I love it when I get those kind of messages. You know, been gone or been doing this, but hey, I'm back. It's good to be here, etc., etc. We're always happy to have you come back and chill with the homies, chill with the NERDVENGERS. Always a good time for that sort of stuff. So no worries, my friend, no worries at all. And as far as like how I'm doing, brother, I'm doing real good. You know, Monday was a little shaky just because the trip was so... Like, the trip back was exhausting. And, like, just everything that we do. We packed a lot into the weekend, and so I was, like, a little exhausted. Monday, I was a little off. You know, we didn't stream or whatever. But literally, I was just telling Elisa this morning, I was like, man, what a good week. The vibe has been great. I've been meditating every morning. You know, we have a good meditation practice now, and... you know, meditation feels like flossing your brain. It feels like, you know how flossing can make your mouth just feel like clean and good? Same thing for your mind and meditation. I feel like it's like, you know, like just kind of cleaning it up, getting some of the gunk out of your brain. And as far as my personal well-being, man, centered. I feel good, man. I feel good. Had a breakthrough in some writing yesterday, too, which was really cool. Michaela says with a $5 holla says, today is my golden birthday. Take my money. Oh, my goodness. Can we get happy birthday in the chat for Michaela? And also, what's the golden birthday? I don't know what that means. I'm kind of afraid to ask. But that's awesome. And happy birthday to you, Michaela. I appreciate the support. Appreciate your energy. You're always bringing in the positivity. You have insightful questions. A lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. So thank you, Michaela. Dooley76 with a $5 holla says, great week for the channel and in the BBS. Take my money and pop that collar. Tunes tomorrow, baby. I'm popping the collar just for you. And yeah, BBS is going great. I have some cool ideas of stuff I want to start putting on BBS. And if you guys have not been over to thedenofnerds.com and made an account, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's an incredible way to engage in the community, get some of your content out there, and make a little bit of crypto. You get to actually make a little bit of crypto on Monday. Oh, I should be teasing this out. Monday, we're going to do something real special. Real special. First of all, I want to start doing this. The first stream of every month, we're going to do double the nerd coin. So, You'll get double the nerd coin you'll get for super chats and stuff like that. Double the nerd coin. It's going to be juicy on Monday. You find a couple quarters in the couch, get it onto your thing, send it in as a super chat, double up on your nerd coin. We're also going to be giving away another $200 GameStop gift card for a lucky NerdVenger member, okay? All members are eligible. I will be picking a random NerdVenger member, and then they have a week to get back to me. Otherwise, if they don't claim it, we'll go to another one, etc., etc. So Monday's going to be a big, fun show. And we're going to be buying memes. We're going to be buying BBS memes as NFTs on the BBS website. It's going to be juicy. And by the way, how about that Shiba Inu coin, huh? Holy shit. Nonsensal's Dork Genius. Damn, what a name. With a $5 holla says, if Venom secretly is in No Way Home and fighting or teaming up with Spider-Man, do you think that lessens the chances of Spidey's versus Venom solo film? Interesting question. No, I don't think so. My current belief is that it will likely be either a cameo or a post-credit scene appearance for Venom. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the way. Dude, they could have slipped him in there and made him like a huge part of the film. It would be really surprising to me. I think there's hopefully a bunch of surprises in No Way Home that we haven't really talked about yet, because I believe that despite all these leaks, and holy shit, are there a lot of leaks, that despite all of these leaks, there has to be something that we're either missing in the dialogue, or something we don't quite know about a certain scene, or et cetera, who's going to die at the end, all these different things. So I don't think it lessens the chances, but I also don't think it's going to happen. I think he's just a part of it, and then we get Venom versus Spidey for sure, but I feel like those two are going to team up regardless, you know what I mean, in the Spider-Verse. So very cool. Appreciate the support. Mike House with a $5 holla says we should do a members costume stream this weekend. Get on the screen if you're dressed up. I will say this, Mike. How about this? I will be purchasing a lot of costume picks on the BBS. That's what I'll do, is we can show them off on Monday, you know what I mean, during the stream. So I will say that if you've got a costume, put a picture of your costume, especially if it's a cool nerdy costume, or on the BBS website, and I'll be going in there making a bunch of those purchases, and we'll review them on Monday. I know, at least I believe, on Nerd Theory Monday night, we are going to do a costumed roundtable where we dress up in costume for that. So if you're a fan of Nerd Theory and Nerd Council, I think you'll see a lot of cool costumes on Monday. So check that out. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, Mike, if I didn't have the stream planned for watching cartoons tomorrow, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. But I gotta at least take one day on Sunday to be completely checked out, just so I can recharge my batteries. But I'll meet you halfway, and I'll do reviews if you guys post them on the BBS. Scott F says with a $5 holla says, happy Friday, Josh and rest of the NERDVENGERS. Halloween this Sunday. We need a NERDVENGER costume contest. I agree. And so as I just kind of stated, I think let's do it on the BBS. Put your costumes up on there. I'll be going through. We can even do votes and stuff like that, but I'll be going through and buying a lot of the best ones and showcasing them off on Monday's stream. So that should be really fun. So check that out. Kevin 0326 with the $5 holla says, I feel like Venom will only be a cameo in No Way Home. There would have been leaks. Also, what time is the stream tomorrow morning? 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be chilling, watching some of the 90s X-Men cartoon, man. Whew! And I'm pretty freaking excited about it. For Cuscala Lopez with a 200 of some kind of currency. I'm pretty sure he just gave us $1 million. So thank you, Fur. Appreciate you, brother. Says, what if we get, of course, a bunch of multiversal Black Panthers? Some of them would be T'Challa, but just played by different actors. I agree with that. Just like the 3 Peter Parkers. That wouldn't be technically a recast of our T'Challa. It's true. It wouldn't be a recast of our T'Challa. That's true. but it is in some sense a recast of T'Challa. So yeah, I get what you're saying. That's a whole can of worms, right? It's a whole can of worms when it comes to T'Challa, Black Panther, all of that, right? We'll see what happens. I'm excited for the film. I like T'Challa a lot as a character. I would really appreciate him continuing to be a part of the MCU in our universe. Maybe after the Secret Wars shakeup, they like soft reboot, and one of those multiversal ones becomes our T'Challa, right? They sort of do this with Miles after Hickman's Secret Wars. Miles was never in the main comic universe. He was in the Ultimates universe, but he comes into our universe and then is like a part of it moving forward after that. So maybe that's something they do. I don't know. We'll have to see, brother. We shall have to see. Now let's see what's going on in the chat. I'll hang out with y'all for a couple more minutes to see what's going on. See what's going on. Sheesh. I'm so late. Yeah, a little bit. Did anybody hit a big 99 or 100? Sorcerers, aliens, and robots all connected. I agree. NFT now, says RF Gaming. Josh is going to get naked. Wait, what? Wait, this chat's got to be behind. Let me see this. Let me pop this out. This chat's gots to be behind. Okay, wait. Here's a couple of membership things that didn't pop up before. Big Mac 6510 says 4 months. Let's go. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate the love. And then here we got one from Brucito. Says, have you talked about F-Book doing their own metaverse? No, I haven't really talked about it. I'll talk about it more today on the 1 p.m. stream, but here's what I'll say for now. It's a brilliant move by them. I know a lot of people are clowning it on social media. It is a brilliant move. I was watching something that Gary V said about it, where he said it is both a defensive move and an offensive move. And the timing of it is 100% brilliant. You know what I mean? 100% brilliant. So, yeah, it's a good one. It's a good move by them. And I have a lot of thoughts on it as far as like the multiverse and where all that's going to head to, because it's pretty wild. Something we've been talking about for some time. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else is going on? I don't even know where the Naked Josh comments came from. I don't even know, what was that? Did I misread something or something like that? I feel like a big old diamond boo. It was cool how they used different fonts for different universe characters in Secret Wars. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Yeah, the metaverse will not just be Facebook. Definitely not. But Facebook is an interesting play that I think could really help to bring a lot of people into the idea of the metaverse and the metaverse in general. And just like how Facebook right now is sort of a hub for how a bunch of stuff flows together on social media, I don't think it's a very effective hub. It's aging out. There's all these other things that are not good with Facebook, but it could still function in a very similar way to the way it functions in currently in the current like Web 2.0. It could definitely do that in Web 3.0. You know what I mean? So it's pretty interesting. Oh no. Kendall says, go check Eternal score. I want to see that fart face. Oh no. Dios mío. Oh no. Stormy, are you just like refreshing over and over again on the thing just to try to see if it goes up at all, or you're probably not, bro. You're probably like, I don't care. Yeah, quite interesting, huh? Yeah. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to go in there, but man, some of these reviews, like I was reading some of the newer ones that have come in, and I was like, damn. Like Mick LaSalle. Mick LaSalle, holy shit. My man went in. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Let's see here. What else is? Sources are useless. I love the Bicentennial. Oh, scores are useless. I love Bicentennial Man. It has a low rating. I stopped caring about reviews. For sure. I understand. I totally understand. Love you, Josh. Eat it, Rick. Yeah, Rick. Friggin' butthole. Friggin' butthole. Let's see here. Oh man, I'm getting another pronunciation lessons here. Pronounced nonsense is dork genius. LOL. Do you plan on playing Guardians of the Galaxy game? I've been playing it. So far, so good. I mean, I've heard it's really good, man. I'd love to. I was playing a little bit of Apex last night with some of my buddies, and just a couple of weeks away from Halo Infinite, so I'll probably be playing a lot of that. I don't know, man. I would say this. Any time that I would normally maybe dedicate to the Guardians of the Galaxy game, I'll probably just play New World. I'm way behind. I haven't played New World in like a week. You know what I mean? So I want to get on New World and do that, yeah. Yeah. The lower the score, the better the movie. They have no taste. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I think it's just a data point, guys. You know what I mean? I've sort of said this before, but it's just a data point. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. It definitely doesn't. It shouldn't change how you feel about the movie or set up your expectations. But it is a data point. You know what I mean? Do you Destiny 2, Josh? I don't really play Destiny 2. Nah, man. I mean, Destiny 1 broke my heart so bad that I was like, I can't even. Nah, like you guys know, I can be. Unfortunately, one of my many flaws is being super petty. So Eternals, Destiny 1 let me down so hard. I pretty much swore it off completely, and I haven't ever really looked back. You know what I mean? So, Venom made $1 billion on a 30% score. It's true. And look, to me, like, speaking of Venom and Let There Be Carnage's score, I feel like both of those scores are whack. Like, 30%, get the fuck out of here. It should not be 30%. But the other one shouldn't be whatever it is. What was it, like a 67 or something like that, or a 70? They need to split the difference. Like, they should really both be probably like mid 50s or low 60s, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not a critic, but like, it's just like there is a little bit of like flavor of the week or the year, or like what is the tonal sort of thing with a Rotten Tomatoes thing. So Venom 2 should be a 30. I don't know if I would go that far, but I don't think Venom 2 is that much better than Venom 1. Like, that's what I was surprised about. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't make sense. Just woke up, LOL, says Chthonic Echo. Are you buying the campaign for Halo Infinite? Because I'm so hyped for it. They just released a lot of info for it. Bro, tell me, I mean, who had a better year than Greg the Brute? Is there anybody that had a better year than Greg the Brute? Let me see if I can pull this up and show you guys what I'm talking about here. Because this is like hilarious. Like, some people had a real rough year. Not Greg the Brute. Like, holy shit. Maybe I can just Google it. Greg the Brute. can't quite. Let me see here. Normally the Halo Reddit is so wild, it's all I see on my homepage. Let me see if I can pull this up. Am I getting it? I think so. I have Game Pass Ultimate, so I will get. Oh, what? Maybe that's weird. Okay, so that must be on my other secret Reddit account. See if I can find this. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yo, y'all gotta see this. This is wild. Look at this. That's Greg the Brute last year. You know? And we were all like, dude, what the fuck? Boom. Look at him now. Look at him now. Talk about the difference a year can make, man. Greg the Brute. Greg the Brute. You know what I mean? Greg the Brute. Greg the motherfucking Brute. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, Craig, like I said. God. You guys think I can't even pronounce Craig? Come on, man. I'm a professional strimer over here. And y'all think I can't pronunciate Craig the Brute? What's wrong with you guys, man? You guys. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. Come on now. Went from just a friend to I'm gonna steal your girl. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Looking mean. Yeah, the pandy was good to him. 100%. 100%. All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for another wonderful Friday stream and a good week of streams. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning, we will be doing a big old watch party. We're watching the 90s X-Men cartoon. I'm not sure which arc we'll watch or what couple of episodes, but we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. It's going to be super fun. Come on by, get your big bowl of popcorn, get your bowl of cereal, get your bowl of, obviously, tobacco. Whatever you're into, come on by, man. We'll be watching some cartoons together, reacting. It's going to be a fun time. So, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. All right, everybody. Much love. Much love to you all. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you, that's right, you, in the next video. Holy shit, RF Gaming. Shut it down. Shut it down. He won too much. Shut it down. Shut it down. Damn, bro. Nice roll. Nice roll. Damn. You have to change that, man, you know? Fucking unbelievable. No, that's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all Gucci, man. Just want to say much love to you all, man. Austin Johnson won 100K? What? Damn, I need to be paying attention to the chat more. Holy shit. Yeah, much love to you guys. Had a good week with y'all, man. Really did. Hope you guys had fun as well. Lots of good stuff. Wednesday night stream was fun. It's just fun, man. Coming to the end of the week. I'll get a big old, that stream tomorrow. I think it's going to be pretty chill as well. So, yeah, and then we'll see you guys again on Monday, okay? So, yeah, just spread that love, man. Spread that love. Spread that good vibes, See ya.